Hey guys, Coach Brian here. Welcome back. This is episode number 5, and we're talking about one very important thing in today's session, the power of beliefs. What I want to talk about today is what we're going through, is we're going to talk about a lot about our belief system, which is big. But what I've heard from a lot of people in all athletes, and it's just this time of year, right? It's colder, it's wetter, it's darker early. You got all these things that this is where motivation starts to fall off. We're going into the holidays, which means it's hustle bustle. We get distracted with certain things, with certain parties or stuff that just disrupt our routine. And it's an easy excuse for us to make to get out of really growing and saying, oh, we'll start on the new year. And so the fact that I've heard a lot of people say that they've been in a funk, the fact that I've heard that a lot of people say that, oh, I'm just off it, I'm in a funk right now, I think it's really inspiring. I think it's really inspiring when someone comes to me and says, oh, I'm just in a funk right now. Like they're there, but they're in a funk right now. If being in a funk and not being where you want to be pisses you off, that's a good thing. Because that means you're not the type of person who wants mediocrity. You're not the type of person who wants to settle for the mundane. The person who sits on the couch all day and does nothing, they don't give a crap one way or another. Because growth is not something that's in their DNA. So if it pisses you off that you're in a funk and it annoys you and you get to a place where I was doing this, you know what? Use that as fuel. Because you're the type of person, I'm looking at you, you're the type of person who wants more. You're the type of person who wants to play at a high level. So stop, give yourself some credit and say, you know what? I am that type of person. That is good. It's actually good that I'm pissed off, that I'm in a funk. A bigger problem would be if you were not pissed off being in a funk. That's how I see it as a coach. I can't go to somebody who's on the couch and doesn't want to get better and wants to just do the same thing every single day. And I'm walking into their living room and they're like, get out of here. I never asked to get better. But you want to get better. If you're in here, if you're listening to this stuff, you want to get better. So stop right now, give yourself a high five and say, hell yeah. The fact that I'm in a funk and the fact that it pisses me off, I freaking love it. I love it because I'm a growth-minded individual. I love it because mediocrity is not in my DNA. I love it because I don't want to just do the mundane shit every single day. I don't want to go backwards. I sure as shit don't want to stay the same. I want to get better 1% every single day. And the fact that I'm not right now and I'm in a funk and I'm aware of that pisses me off, and that's what's going to fuel me. Our belief system, our core belief system has been so constructed and shaped throughout our life by the numerous experiences and events that we've had that we've perceived to either be true or false. Like that's what our belief system is all about. And it's important because every single one of you who have shared your story, that's shaped the way you see things. When you really shared your story, your background, your history, that shaped the way you see the world. That shaped the way you behave in situations. And that has then shaped the results that we have in our life in every shape and capacity. I could talk about weight loss. I could talk about relationships. I could talk about money. I could talk about all these things. And it's important for us to say everything comes back to what we believe is true. You don't just wake up one fine day with a belief. It doesn't happen that way. You don't just wake up and say, you know what? I believe this. You believe it based off of what you've heard. You believe something based off what you've seen, you believe. And it's usually in the closest realm. Usually it starts off at a young age of us being kids. We model our parents. We see what they've done. We see what they see. So therefore we think, oh, this is just the way life is, right? This is just the way life is. Oh, if we grew up in poverty, if we grew up with, with not a lot of money, if we grew up with this mindset where this is just how it is, this is the order, we're in this bucket, and that's how things are, because it stems a lot from our childhood. And you can think about your stories. I think about some of the most powerful things of why I do and what I don't do today is based off of what happened when I was a kid. That's what molds our thinking. It molds our belief system. And it takes time to go back and disrupt that. But we somehow program beliefs that were once excuses. Oh, well, that's not for me. Oh, this is the way my family did things and what I modeled. Or, that's not my gene type. Or that's not, that stuff's not meant for me. I'm not good at this. My weight loss for me is so hard. It becomes such they start off as excuses. And this is why excuses aren't detrimental in the short term. Excuses are detrimental in the long run because an excuse is a seed planted for a future belief system. An excuse is a seed planted for a future belief system. An excuse starts off as, well, it's the time, it's this, I didn't have the opportunity, this, it's not meant for me, not in my deck of cards, I was just born unlucky. And that excuse turns into a belief where we actually believe it to be real. We actually believe the lie and the excuse based on the environment or our circumstance that we've told ourselves, that actually we see it as reality. And it's this false reality that only we have constructed. Think about this to yourself. You can validate this for yourself. Think about any situation that you've had rapid change on. The change happened quickly. What took forever was the readiness to change, was the changing your belief system for things to change. I can sit here and talk about one thing. I could talk about weight loss, right? Where it's like, we really believe that if we really believe that weight loss is hard, or if we really believe that nutrition is hard, if we really believe that working out is hard, if we really believe that being positive and happy is hard, I guarantee you it will be times 10x hard. Because we've believed that it's hard, so it will be 10 times harder. If we believe that eating healthy is hard, it'll be 10 times harder. But we control what's happening in that software. We control, and it all stems from the belief system, because our beliefs are going to determine our behaviors, and our behaviors are going to determine our results. So that's what we've got to go back to, and sharing this part. Like a belief is just straight up conviction. Like a belief is not a I'd want to. A belief is straight up conviction. Like, this is my belief, not budging. I'll do whatever it takes. I believe it's possible. I believe it's possible to live my most charged life. I believe it's possible to look in myself in the mirror every single day and be happy and be confident and feel sexy and feel the person that I want to be. I believe it's possible to be surrounded with amazing supportive people. I believe it's possible to be open and to be honest and to share and to not be judged and have other people respect me. I believe that's possible, because these are the starts of belief system that needs to be adopted on us. These are the things that we've got to start adopting in this belief system about what is possible, not what's this is fixed, not good at this, am good at this, not good at this. No, it's this. I go back to that growth mindset. And I said, I'm going to post that TED Talk in here. We'll dive in a little bit deeper to this, but it's about that not being the fixed and being a growth mindset. Again, it's all about our belief system. So guys, let's continue to give more. Let's continue to do more. And let's continue to be more every single day. I love you. Thank you. Let's continue to play at a high level.